Hello and hello. Hello and welcome. My name is Bethany, and today we're going to build a tavern. Welcome to the first video in my basic series where we build basic maps that any DM can use for any campaign. Today we're going to talk about and build what is, in my opinion, the most versatile map that any DM can have, and that's a tavern. Whether it's being used as your initial meeting point for your party, a place where they can go in between adventures, maybe it's a stop along on the road between cities, or if it's a place for them to hear gossip and pick up side quests, taverns are a super versatile map and they can be used to fit a variety of needs. Later on in the series, we're going to talk about a tavern that is also an inn and has a stable set. We're going to start in Dungeon Fog and end in Arkenforge. Primarily for assets in this map, we're going to be using Forgotten Adventures, and I'll link all three of those below. I try to keep the actual building of the maps pretty uncut. That way you guys can see my flow. I change my mind a lot while I'm building, so if you'd rather just see a map where I jump around and show you the basics, let me know in the comments. Like I said, in my opinion, taverns are super versatile and they can be used over and over again for a variety of needs, and all you have to do is really change a couple things about them to make them be reusable like that. So without further ado, let's get started.
Okay, so let's go ahead and name this tavern the Last, and description will just do a tavern in town. I'm going to change that to virtual, and we're going to change this to 256 because that's the DPI for Arkenforge. Okay, so something you're gonna see me do here is a little funky. So I'm gonna put these doors in, and I want them to be even. That way you have a solid walkthrough when you're going through the building. But I'm also going to change the way that they're facing. It doesn't matter to a lot of people, but it matters to me to be able to see which way the doors swing in and out. It's just a funky quirk that I have, and it bothers me if they're the wrong way. Okay, so I think that is a pretty good place to stop. I like the way this looks, I like the way it turned out, the shape is good, it's got plenty of space to move around, the patio is good too. So let's go ahead and hop into Arkenforge, and this is what their main title screen looks like. And then from here, we're going to go into the cartographer and open up the last map. This is going to show you a couple different things, and one of those is the grid settings, and I like to make them pretty similar to the way that I had it in the other ones. And then we're going to go ahead and start adding stuff. I think the first thing I want to do is add a fence into this map. So let's go ahead and do that now. So now that we have the fence done, we're going to go ahead and start adding in the nature elements, or the trees, bushes, anything like that, and then go ahead and start on the inside. So I like to do the dead tree base first and then put tops on it. That way, if I decide to change the map to like a winter scene or maybe something spooky, all I have to do is get rid of the top part and not the actual whole tree itself. Okay, so you're about to see me do something here that you're going to see me do quite a bit, and that's I'm going to move whatever I'm trying to do around into a bunch of different places so I can see how it looks. I do this a lot with assets just because I'm trying to see kind of in the space before I actually put them down, but I do move a bunch of stuff around after it's already been placed, just because I maybe don't like the way it looks, or I think the flow is wrong. So you're definitely going to see me do that a bunch. Okay, so go ahead and finishing that up. I think that's gonna be how I want to do that. So next we're going to start adding in the smaller details, and I can get pretty carried away. Some of my players have said that they noticed the exponential amount of detail, while others don't really notice it. But I do usually spend a lot of time on little parts. So we're going to go ahead and put those in, and then after that we'll move to the outside. What really is a tavern without a barkeep, a maid, server, cook, whatever you want? So we're going to go ahead and put those in, and these ones in particular are made from Forgotten Adventures. I love the way that these look. They're super detailed, high resolution. They come in a variety of colors, genders, races. They have a whole bunch of different options for various ones, and obviously it's not just these. They have other ones as well for heroes, commoners, whatever you're looking for, they've got them. Okay, so now that that's done, we are going to add in the light, which is going to be a little crazy for a couple different reasons. So in this particular program, once you add the lights in, you also need to set the boundaries. We'll do that in a little bit, and that's going to be what the red lines are that I'm putting around. I tend to treat every map like there's already an internal light source for the inside of buildings. So I'm adding light sources on the outside, that way when we switch into nighttime, the outside is lit up, but I'm gonna put basically invisible chandeliers into the actual building. They'll be super low opacity, that way you can see that they're there, but they're gonna be what emits the internal lights. That way I don't have random torches or lanterns just sticking up all over on the inside of the walls. Okay, I think that's gonna be that just about done. We're gonna pull it over into scenario mode, and that's gonna show you what it's gonna essentially look like to your players without all the toggle boxes and everything. I think the flow is good. We've got a good diversity here, different things that they can do, the different light options, everything looks good there. So yeah, I think we're gonna call this one done, and thanks for watching.